This is very sweet. Hello, Stu. He is such a big boy. Got the lads all here eating together. And, you know, Stu has been hanging out with them very, very well. Like, he's become part of the herd. This is so not a good representation of how things have been. But, yeah, he's really just integrated into the flock. Into the flock? I'm so used to saying the word flock. Herd. The herd. He's integrated into the herd. Yeah. Some happy boys over here. But we were hoping or planning to move the cows into the paddock over there where there's lucerne growing, but because Stu is so fat, we won't be doing that. He's going to stay here in what we refer to as the Jenny Craig paddock. Look at him, he's just... So the place where he lived before, the farm that he was staying on, they thought he was a bull because he has this thing hanging down the back, but it's just a deposit of fat. Hey Stu! Yeah, he's giving you a really good display of how hard it is to do things when you can't reach because you're too chunky. Hey? Stu! Hi Stu! We didn't bring him carrots, so he's not all that interested in us today. Are you missing out, handsome? These guys are good at devouring everything. We're trying to keep them distracted because, you know, we've just taken food down to Phil and his gang, and these guys just... They tend to finish theirs super fast and then run down there and steal all their food. So yeah. Anyway, so it's going to take some time. We need to get to know Stu a bit. I'm just so happy these guys are so, like, it's a thing with cows. They just accept each other lovingly, open arms. They're such a familial structure. They're all about family and looking after each other, and they just open arms, you know? They're loving animals. Lovely. Yep, just like that. No, I think we need a new trough. What do you reckon? Yeah. This is a very regular moment, you know, feeding time. Fill up the water trough. This valve thing is just a little bit not working properly.
Yeah, I've got to bend it. It's on the list of things. It's
yeah, it's
probably
on
in
the
the hundreds.
Yeah, and yeah, she always comes over for a little drink with Farmer John.
She comes have a drink
after her feed, and we were just talking about how amazing it's gone from being a flood to full, you know, blown dry summer, and this paddock here needs some trees, as does that one.
Come on, buddy. Come and have a drink.
Over there. So yeah, we're going to have to get onto that because we need much more shelter and shade if these paddocks are going to be any good.
It's on the house.
That's very generous of you, Farmer John.
No, you have it.
It's a very peaceful afternoon. We have had a hot day, but there's been no sun, so it's actually been pretty workable, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Hello, Miss Tilly. How are you liking your new goat mountain, hey? Do you like it? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So today we had a friend of ours come and deliver a whole lot of peaches and nectarines. Oh my goodness. This is, yeah, that's a lot. So we're going to be busy cutting and, yeah, distributing all of these. So the chickens and ducks, the geese, the turkeys, everyone loves them. This is obviously a self-serve station right here. The pigs, yeah, even the goats. And well, I don't know, we'll see about the sheep. Anyway, we do actually have to take all the pips out. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So, hello. We are here to talk about something that, you know, is not fun and nice, and things that happen on the farm which are actually quite horrible and devastating and just part of being a sanctuary. So for anybody who's been following along for the last quite some time, we've been arranging transport for Stu and Licorice, the cows, to come here. And they finally arrived 13 months later after the initial, you know, talk about how we're going to get them here. And yeah, look, both boys are really overweight, and we don't really know what kind of issues they have underlying, but it's, as it turns out, Licorice, yeah, you know, in previous videos we were talking about, or videos, whatever, we were talking about how he wasn't getting back up, and we were worried that maybe he was stressed and maybe the trip had been like quite hard on him. And you know, 2 days he was down.
A day and a half. Yeah.
A day and a half he was down. And yeah, so we had quite extreme heat here, and we had to put up a shade sail over him and bring him water and food. And yeah, we got really concerned, so we called the vet. And she came around last night, did as much as she could to do a health check. Didn't really find anything obviously wrong with him, as far as like a preliminary, obviously not setting up blood tests or anything like that. Doesn't know his history, etc. But yeah, look, it's been a really, really tough time for us, because he actually passed away last night when the vet was here, and that was really hard. And I mean, like, really, really hard, because he was so stressed. And you know, all we could do was try and help him by trying to give him fluids, and that's all she was doing in the end, was just trying to get fluids into him. And he was just I don't know, we don't know, stress, potentially sick.
Yeah.
Maybe the trip might have just been too tough on him, because he was so overweight. And yeah, so it's been yeah, look, devastating, hard, horrible. Wouldn't wish it upon anybody to have to go through that, because he was such a beautiful, gentle, giant soul, and we only knew him for a few days, and you know, just spending time with him, absolutely adored him. And you know, just sitting there basically just wiping flies off his eyes all the time, because he just wasn't moving or doing anything.
So yeah, in the end, there's a pinch test you can do in between the hooves, the back legs, and yeah, he had no feeling in his back half at all. So whether that happened on the trip, or whether that happened because he was down, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, because so compressed nerves, obviously, with an animal of that size, it's down for too long, and especially like an animal as in like a cow, being a large animal, but also he was very overweight, which made it even harder on his joints and his nerves. So
yeah,
anyway,
we were told it was quite a tough journey for him too. So, yeah, very sad.
Yeah, so it's been a very, very emotional day. It's been tough, and you know, it's not something you know before you come here. Like, you know that there's going to be hardships and things are going to be heartbreaking, but you know, it's just
yeah, it's just fine. I mean, we took Esme to the vet yesterday. I don't know whether you touched on this.
Oh yeah, I did a video about it yesterday. Yeah, so
yeah,
she was
just,
yeah,
it's non-stop, and I think we've been pretty lucky. Within our first year, we've had no real.
we lost Eleanor, the sheep.
Yeah, I mean, no.
No,
real
no, I know, but it's just there hasn't been that
illnesses
many.
and-
No, it's
Yeah.
been sort of fortunate, I guess. Anyway, that's it, because we don't. Yeah, look, I just didn't want to dwell on it. I didn't want to leave it, and I just wanted to talk about him because he is worth talking about, and he, yeah, is a beautiful animal that needs to be remembered.
Yeah, and he made it to sanctuary, and yeah, he passed away with both of us.
Yeah,
there.
completely just surrounded by love. So anyway, so
Yeah.